Guys, OG2K here, and today we are back playing some more ranked. Again, we are in the dollar, auto flip off when we run dollar. Make sure we got all of our settings set over here. Curl flats on 5 so that our zones do not match. And really, the reason I'm waiting to put the dollar in the ebook is I want to make sure that the run shoots are all good before I pick this as something that I want to teach to you guys, because I want to make sure that it's like viable to be able to run it at a basic and obviously a professional level. So like if they're going to be able to run the ball, it's going to be tough to run this defense. So I just got to master that first, honestly, before anything else. So the main idea is we hover over here, and sometimes that D tackle comes in free on the run. So that's partly the reason we're in this. And also, I feel like we could loop around to stop the run sometimes too. So he might be in direct snap here. He just ran that earlier. So we hover over here, and yeah, he gets an outside angle on me. So yeah. But also in this Jacksonville Jaguars defensive playbook, we have nickel over, which is very similar to nickel 2-4. So I've also been working on this. You could kind of run this exactly like the nickel 2-4 with the same exact adjustment. So here we're going to crash up contain because he's running direct snap to the outside. So we're going to try, setting up outside run defense. And honestly, he's just able to score on that. So that's a really good play, actually. So we're actually going to have to make an adjustment on that when we get back on defense. But honestly, Tavon Austin, man, he is a super glitchy running back. So I'm pretty excited to show him off to you guys in this video. So just going to be run and dive. He gets 0 AP, human joystick. By the way, I'm 50 builds, 20-0 chill right now, but I'll probably change my theme team later to one of Tavon Austin's teams, probably, because right now he's the best running back, but I don't know what cards are going to come out. And if I do, obviously, switch my team, I'll make a video about it, and I'll post it in the Discord server, my full team and abilities in the Discord server, in the description and in the pinned comment. By the way, if you guys have not seen the ebook or heard about it, full offense Miami Dolphins, the best offense in Madden history, that is out fully, and the speed burst tutorial as well. If you guys want to learn exactly how to speed burst super in depth, probably one of the best speed burst tutorials around, that is also in that. So here today, honestly, I'm just gonna run the ball with Tavon Austin and just show you guys why we are potentially gonna make a theme team built around just him. And you could see, man, I wasn't able to really showcase it there because obviously we like to run the ball to the right side with a right-handed QB because that's the faster handoff side. And if we don't have the wide side to the right, sometimes it's hard to get like big runs to that side, but really doesn't matter sometimes. Here he's in mid blitz though, so we won't really be able to run the ball when he's hovering over the center like that. We'll be able to pass really good, but we just won't be able to run. So this is a really good combo here. This quick flat is really good versus man and zone. So as you could see, that's why we want to build a theme team around him, because he right now is 95 speed, which is the same speed as Reggie Bush, but Tavon Austin has a little bit better COD. So that's kind of why we want to build the theme team around him. Right here, we're just going to set up the wide receiver side to the RPO because the outside corner will get blocked, and then, or not the outside corner on that play. It was actually the top safety that got blocked on that one. But nonetheless, Donald Parham, 96 speed on a 50-20 team is going to really get you a ton of yards on that RPO. So we're just going to run this run now that he's in a little bit of a weaker front. And honestly, he's just in a good run defensive formation. So it's not like a bad thing about the running back. He's just playing like a good run defense. So essentially, we're just going to test out every run that we got until one works on this look. And right here, I don't hate this call, just trying an inside run. And the blocks line up pretty nice. We'll take our 4 yards there. 3rd and 5. Let's see if we could convert and score. All right, he's back in that like nickel kind. I don't know what it is. It's just a nickel forward alignment set. We're gonna run kind of a weird combo here. We're just gonna read corner flat on the right. That's a high-low read, and then we got 2 backside options. So Okay, we got the flat route. That's beautiful on Westover. We just take our first down. You're not going to get a touchdown sometimes on a flat route, obviously, but just keep the chains moving. We don't need to hit big plays, really. We're just going to do our best to keep the chains moving. Here we're going to just try the run again. See if we could make it, and that's, it sucks showing Tavon Austin right now because he's not on a theme team. But when he is on a theme team, trust me, man, he will be like super, super good. So it's right now, don't really mind him much. Like he's still moving around. He's still 96 COD on, or I don't even know how much COD he has right now, but I'm pretty sure he's 98 maybe. I don't know, but he's really good. So just wait and see until I get that +3 speed on him in the future. So here we're gonna run that same combo, but instead of the streak on that side, we'll have the motion wheel, and that really spread the field out nicely for me there. And I felt like Tavon Austin, it would have developed a little bit nicer for him there, but it just didn't. So that's fine. And here we're going to double curl, double corner, and a running back Texas. It's just really going to space the field out. And we have the running back Texas route for a touchdown to Tavon Austin. So be able to show him off in the run and the pass game a little bit. Couldn't get like a breakout play with him, but in the future when we get a theme team built around him, hopefully, unless there's a better running back out there. I heard they're coming out with a Jahmyr Gibbs. There's a Kamara who's really good. I don't know if the Saints are good, but essentially we have MCS ladders this weekend, so we gotta figure out what we want to do before this weekend comes around so that we have the best chance possible. But getting back to the defense, like in the ebook, we got nickel 2-4 out there right now. It's really good versus the pass and the run, but I've really just been working on this dollar recently, so I really want to get this down and be able to have something that really works every time. And I don't feel like I have that right now, but I'm working on it. So that's the reason it's not, in the ebook or anything yet. But in the future, be on the lookout for that. So here he goes. And the reason, by the way, the reason we're even in dollar, if it's such bad run defense, is the fact that we have 8 DBs out on the field, and they're all in, there's a slot on both sides of the field. So you're really in position against almost every single offensive formation. And it's just a super big advantage to have. Honestly, this guy is running like an outside halfback direct snap. So we're going to run a slot blitz and see how that does, and have that slot blitzing. So see how that slot blitzer kind of pushed him back into the inside with his run angle. So that's, we're going to try and do that. Actually, this time we're going to come out and cover 3 cloud. Okay, he's in the RPO. So here we just make sure that the third closest DB to the sideline. Wow, he's really pushing guys off. This is insane right now. This guy's running kind of crazy. I kind of respect it a little bit, but we just gotta, honestly, nickel 2-4 it is. Just make sure we play good run, or nickel over. Sorry, just make sure we play good run defense, and anything else comes after. But make sure that everything is taken away. Okay, there's halfback direct snap. We're there to shoot it this time because we moved that linebacker out there and then usered the other linebacker. So we were able to have like essentially 2 guys out there to make a play on it. And this time he runs inside zone. Wow, he got really good blocking on that one. We got to call our timeout so that we potentially get the ball back here. But man, this guy's really moving. So we're going to just try and shut down the run. Honestly, okay, he's probably in RPO flat, or never mind, he just audibled. So watch for any like outside zone or anything weird here. Okay, he goes a pass play, throws it right at Tyler Nubin. Beautiful stuff. Go down in the end zone for the touchback. That's a real battle out, man, because I was having a hard time stopping his run, and he really could have ran the ball to chew the half out and potentially got like going into half with a touchdown lead, but he really messed that up. So we're going to try our best to make him pay for it here. Maybe running the ball wasn't the best choice, but we got to go hurry up. Let's see if we could call a nice bench combo. Since he's committing so much to the run, maybe we'll have someone deep in the pass area of this offense. So watch out for anything weird. And honestly, just going to throw that away. Live to see another down here. He's playing solid defense, so I got to give him that. But he did make a big mistake on offense. So we're going to see if we could take advantage of that. Okay, now he's in one high safety, and we're going to make him pay for this really here. So make sure that we get the ball where we need it to be. Okay, Tavon Austin really getting bumped. That really frustrated me. That was, I mean, he would have been wide open, but he got bumped and stuff. So we're just going to punt and essentially just, you know, try not to let him score a touchdown. And it's at the end of the day, we don't like to punt, but since even if we did get the first down, there's a chance we don't get anything out of it. So honestly, just got to give him the ball, try and play good defense. So it's not like, it's kind of frustrating at the end of the day, but he's just going to call RPOs anyway. So he's not really trying to, if he's not going to push the ball down the field, it's really not as bad of a call as you may think to be able to punt the ball to him, because if he's just going to obviously not push the ball down the field, he won't get 3 points out of this. So just make sure anything deep's taken away. Okay, now he goes to bunch, a little bit more of a deep formation, if that makes any sense to you guys. Take away anything over the middle, and that's not the best, but at the end of the day, he has to get a couple yards to be in field goal range. So just make sure that we take away everything easy here. Maybe, okay, now he goes to doubles, and make sure our middle third is in the right spot. Make sure all the runs are taken away. Okay, he goes fade and post. Make sure he does not get touched. Wow. I would have liked Herb Adderley to not touch him there, so that he wouldn't have been able to call timeout, and he would have just, the play would have kept running. But Herb Adderley went and had a crazy idea to be able to touch him there. So he's going to get 3 points out of this when he really shouldn't have. So, man, I really wish Herb Adderley wouldn't have touched him, but it's fine. So let's go into half. Let's, you know, score coming out of half, and then let's get a stop on him again. All right, we're just going to try and establish the run, really, and I'm kind of sick of, like, the dive being taken away. So we're going to go to some other runs, and just like that, Tavon Austin's out of there, man. Speed burst around, and if you guys want to know the tutorial on speed bursting, obviously it's in the ebook. That was beautiful stuff there. He's been stopping the run all game, the dive that is, and then the reason we're in Miami Dolphins is so that we have other, wow, Trevon Diggs is the holder apparently. That's pretty funny, but yeah, so if they stop the run in pitch to deuce close, we have all those formations to be able to go to, get a run going, and then from there, if they stop all those runs, we'll be able to pass really at ease, because they'll be in like 6-1 or some weird defense where they have to sell out a ton for I-form and for pitch to deuce close, and then from there it becomes super easy to open them up like in the passing game. So that's kind of like the way I like to play offense. If you guys want to learn exactly how to do that, the ebook is out. Keep saying it, but it really is. It'll really help you guys a lot. Right here, it just goes RPO, takes his flat. So the main idea now with these RPOs is that the two closest guys to the sideline, the DBs, they get blocked. Now, I don't know if he's doing some weird adjustment that's preventing that to happen. So we're going to move this linebacker out here as well. But the basis of it is that hopefully we are able to take away everything easy. He's, you know what? Let's go to double mug mid blitz. And I feel like this is really going to just make him have to start passing, because we're going to have someone on everyone. He's really not going to be able to run direct snap on this. And I feel pretty comfortable in this, just to be able to limit anything weird. Notice how the RPO, the flat was taken away, and I had all these people get in the backfield, but they decided not to tackle the running back. So that is pretty frustrating stuff there. But let's try it again here, honestly. Just hover over the center. We are going to change a couple zones on the right, and then watch the running back with our user. Hopefully the blitz comes in, though. Okay, blitz isn't going to come in, and he's got really nobody open. Okay, now we see it. Like, that's going to make him pass. Normally he hasn't been passing, but when he passes on first down, that's an even bigger tell that he doesn't like this defense. So, okay, and he goes RPO again, and he's going to get 9 yards out of it. So we're going to hard flat that slot instead of cloud, or what's it called? We were okay. Now he goes to bunch. Watch out for spacing switch. Watch out for anything from the bunch side, and we user it perfectly. Spacing switch and then back to the slant route on his tight end. So when you're just putting him in a situation where he's doing something he's not comfortable doing, taking away their first read, I feel like Jacksonville gives me the opportunity to start in dollar. Okay, if they're moving on dollar, getting the nickel over to stop the run. If nickel over won't stop the run for whatever reason, which most of the time it will, then you have mid blitz. And mid blitz is really going to be good because you're going to have people getting in the backfield. You're going to have solid man coverage out of it. It's just super good. So here we are just going to try to really make a high-low read between the inverted whip and the post. And we might have the corner out on the sideline, but here we have the post. We throw it above his user there. If we bulleted that, his user probably would have picked it. So we just lobbed it over and we get an easy touchdown. So now the game's really starting to go into my hands, and it's really going to break this game open if we could keep forcing him to pass and then really muck it up with press man coverage and just, beating his receivers one-on-one and making him really pass into uncomfortable scenarios. So let's see if we could force him into, passing again and getting him off of his normal, reads and stuff, and just go from there. All right, back in mid blitz, we are going to hard flat that slot corner and then re-man up a few guys. Notice how that hard flat played the RPO flat beautifully, and then we had the man up on the tight end to kind of follow and make sure that someone would be there to make a tackle. Essentially, that is just going to be very good defense for you. And right here, we're going to route commit that right guy inside because he's honestly just on an island. He's purely one-on-one now that we're just hovering over the center with the top right safety essentially. So make sure that everyone is the open area of the field is the middle. So any in-breaking route might give this a hard time if they win. But see how we have that curl flat on the outside to take away that. That is exactly why we run this kind of defense in this scenario, because the curl flat is going to take away anything cutting to the outside. And honestly, on the left, he really can't cut outside, so we don't have to really worry about that. And right there, we just get beat inside. That's really the only place he'll get beat if you're running this the way that I'm doing it right now. So, okay, this time we'll just put our edge in a vert hook, so we won't really get pressure here. But essentially, okay, now the curl flat is not guarding the corner, so that'll be a problem. But yeah, let's take him off of 5. That's what's the problem with that, because he's playing too short. So now we just go to this, and now he will have to throw to a different route than the tight end corner route. The curl flat actually just plays corner routes pretty nicely when they don't have zone drops on, but when it's set to that 5-yard depth, that's really why I don't like zone drops a ton. Right there, the blitz just screams. That's kind of why we're trying this defense out in this scenario, because he's not really comfortable apparently against this kind of defense. So we have 3 defenses to go to. Double mug with mid blitz, obviously dollar first, nickel over second, but double mug with mid blitz, guys, people kind of write that off sometimes, and they just think that it's like a brain dead defense. But guys, if you're playing someone who's uncomfortable against the any kind of blitz, or they're uncomfortable passing sometimes, and this is the only way that you could stop the run, it's not a bad bet, especially at the end of a game if you're really in a tricky spot trying to get a stop to claw your way back into a game. This is also a good defense to run in that scenario. So watch for any running back quick route, and beautiful job by Benford to be able to sit on that route there. We route committed him inside because really he could only get beat to the inside. So that's okay. Now he flips, and we just set up the same thing but now to the other side, and essentially route commit every single receiver and tight end inside. And then our responsibility is to user the running back here. Notice how we're hovering in the line closer to the outside on the running back side, not over the center sometimes, because he's trying to hit a quick running back flat when I user too far inside. So that's why we're usering there. The blitz comes in, 4th down. We might get a little bit more in depth with our adjustments here. And we'll go to, I meant to go to cover 2. Okay, we'll just go to cover 2, call what we normally do. It's the 2 man ups. And now we're really getting advanced here. We're going to use the slot and really trick him with a potential blitz. And now the 4-man blitz comes in, and that really gives him a hard time. So essentially, we were able to break in with mid blitz in this game. And now we are just going to try and chew this thing out. Essentially, a run play in this scenario would be amazing, because not only are you, the clock's going to be moving after every play, but you're only going to get, a couple yards after every run play. So you'll be able to get into like, wow, we have that tank is going crazy on Tavon Austin. You're only able to get sometimes 5 yards, 6 yards on a run play, and that keeps the clock moving when you do it so many times in a row. Honestly, if you get into like a 2nd and 4, that might be better than getting into a first down, because it'll take more plays to get that first down, and it'll take, you know what more plays means? More plays equals more clock coming off. So that's what you want when you're up 2 scores and you're trying to finish a game out. So honestly, just keep running the ball, keep trying to make it easy on ourselves, and we'll be out of here really soon. Just gonna run dive, just keep it basic. And he's not able to shoot it. Tavon Austin, man, he's really, really good. So the reason we have tank on him, by the way, he's super short and he has a little bit lower carrying that I'd like. Obviously, he does have the COD, the speed. When we get him on a theme team, he has the highest COD really in a running back in this game. So that's why we have him. But essentially, the tank is on him so that they can't hit stick him. And he, obviously just gets hit and fumbles the ball. So that's why we have tank on him. And the reason we're able to do that is because joystick is 0 AP on him for the promo. So we have that extra 2 AP left over. And that's where we could use it on tank. As you can see right there, he tried to hit stick him to make him like cough it up or something. And then we're just able to stay off of him. I feel like we're just going to be able to hit a touchdown here for the road. Just set up a basic combo. By the way, the ebook is out for this offense. You're seeing how I'm just able to move on him. And we're going to read the play from left to right. Essentially, I just want to move the ball down the field, though. We could have took the flat, but I want to move the ball down the field and score a touchdown for the road. So he's talking in game chat now. If I was not recording right now, I would, entertain that and on mute and stuff. But I honestly, you know what? Just throw it up to Parham. 6'8" maybe, I don't know, 6'9", but he's gonna catch this. I'm thinking. So watch out for Donald Parham on this play. Okay, he doesn't use oh, that is special, man. And then he does a handstand on his head. That is special there. 60% passing for him. Honestly, I really do respect his run game, but we were able to shut him down when we made him pass the ball. If he had a few more, obviously you have your 1, 2, and that was his direct snap and RPO. But if he had a 3 and a 4, he had a solid, pass play or two against like a basic defense. But if he had a really good passing scheme, he would be able to really give me a hard time. But anyways, we're able to get out of there with a win. Link for the ebook in the description and the pinned comment. Link for the Discord in the description as well. And my link for my Twitch is also in the description. Appreciate you guys for coming through, and I'll see you guys in the next one.